Hello and welcome to the Week 3 lecture on energy and the four perspectives. In this week we'll focus on the perspectives that we're exploring in the class. You'll need an understanding of the perspectives to complete your essay assignment for this week. There are four perspectives that we're exploring in global studies: economic, political, geographic, and social. Let's look at each of these in turn. The economic perspective explores the financial incentives and disincentives for action and inaction. For example, in our readings on solar energy, although solar power itself costs nothing to capture, the cost of the solar panels have been prohibitive. Even though solar energy is better for the environment, unless it has the same or greater efficiency as fossil fuels, people will be unlikely to adopt it. Some of you are planning to encourage people to use low wattage bulbs as part of your service learning projects. Those bulbs often cost twice as much as the conventional bulb. Despite the fact that eventual savings on energy bills will far exceed the additional costs people have to incur, you may find it difficult to convince people to make the change. On the other hand, sometimes governments, utilities, or manufacturers offer significantly discounted prices on those bulbs. When the price is similar, people often choose the low wattage bulb. Economics or financial concerns are the focal point in nearly all environmental decisions, and thus an important thing for you to look at when approaching new environmental problems. Ask yourself, who will be making money here? Who will lose money? The answer to those questions will make understanding the problems easier. The next perspective we will explore is the political perspective. Like the economic perspective, it's come up in nearly every article and chapter. The political perspective looks at government, legal, and power implications of action and inaction. When the government encourages action, it is more likely to happen than when it isn't. When the law mandates action, it is more likely to happen than when it doesn't. When a powerful person or business encourages action, it is more likely to happen than when it doesn't. One obvious example here is the change in policy on renewable energy from the Bush administration to the Obama administration. One favors renewable energy, and the other was ambivalent at best. Stimulus money is pouring into renewable energy efforts. Funding is available for people getting trained in green jobs. Where there is political will, there is often money, and as we have seen, where there is money, there is action. The social perspective is what we do because everyone else is doing it. In other words, the social perspective reflects the widespread norms we have as a result of written or unwritten laws. In the case of renewable energy, it was not long ago when only long-haired hippies would drive a hybrid car. Now they're cool and in high demand. In Seattle, everyone separates not only their garbage, but their food waste into compost. The law now requires it, but a lot of people were doing it before it was required. Yet, just down the road in Tacoma, people look at you funny if you ask where the compost bin is in their kitchen. We saw this in the wind reading as well. Proponents of wind power thought it was a no-brainer to put windmills out, but they were completely unprepared for the social aspects of people's views. That norm in placing a high value on a good view overrode otherwise strong arguments in favor of wind power. Our final perspective looks at the geographic perspective. The geographic perspective looks at the physical characteristics of the land and considers the problems and solutions created as a result. Rivers, streams, mountains, deserts, ocean, wind, and sun are all part of the geographic perspective. With this week's study of alternative energy, it really highlighted the geographic perspective. Solar and wind power can only happen in certain places. In the case of solar power, obviously you need sun, or for wind power, you need steady winds. If a region has no wind or sun, the geographic issues related to these forms of energy are not a problem. Well, that's our exploration of the four perspectives. I hope you're feeling a bit clearer on what they are and how they apply to our studies. I think you'll find that working through the perspectives in your essay this week will help you to understand them even better. Keep in mind that these perspectives are the basis of our final exam for this class. Thus, your research into this topic could be the foundation of your work for the final, so you might want to keep good track of the materials that you find, as you may want to refer to them later. Thank you.